What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Mitch. Today we're here with a pretty short video, but it's a pretty damn meaningful video. As you can see right here, hinting here, we got something big, gonna make a big difference here on the truck. It's from James Sealing over at 419 Fab. As you guys can see on his Instagram, he does strut plates, and that is what we ordered. We got custom ones, and this strut plate, I'm gonna be installing it, talking a little bit about why I chose the design I did, and share with you guys kind of the work he does. As you guys can see right now, I already took off the Ys for the winter. They're off on the back porch, but these are my stocks, and I have some 2-inch spacers on them. They don't look too bad right now, but it looks pretty plain under here, even with the rock lights on. Sorry, I apologize for it being so dirty too, but as you guys can see, the uppers look good, but there's something missing that needs to be there. Now that is what is right there. As you guys can see, I got this strut plate from James. He was having a great deal. I got them for about $200. Usually I think they're about $250, something like that. And as you guys can see, what he does, he takes some raw metal and he bolts them together, obviously after he's powder coated them. But he powder coats these all up with whatever you want. So he'll order whatever powder coat you want and get them done. The turnaround time can be anywhere from like 2 weeks all the way up to 5. Mine took around, I think, like 3.5, 4 weeks to come in. But that's because there was such a big, he had such a big sale going on. I mean, there was like 100 people fucking ordering these things, and mine still came in. And as you guys can see, I'm gonna show you guys the packaging on the other one that came in, but it's not even that bad of packaging. As you guys can see right here, here's the packaging on the other one. I mean, it took me a good 2 minutes to unwrap this thing. There's so much plastic wrap around this, and there's also foam insulation padding around it to make sure the powder coating doesn't get scratched or anything. And then he's also kind enough to throw in this 419 Fab and Design sticker, which is going to be going on the toolbox. But yeah, there's the logo, 419fabanddesign.com. If you guys want to check out the website, I'll also have it linked below. But I'm just going to show you guys pretty much me installing them, what they're looking like before and after. I wish I had the wides on there. I might even throw them on this weekend, but yeah, I wish I had the wides on there, because this freaking strut plate would look amazing. Alrighty, y'all, so as you can see, we're undoing this wrap, and just like I said before, there's a shit ton of wrap on this fucking thing. This one's coming off a little bit easier. Nope, it's the same. There's a lot. You might want to take scissors, but I'm just doing this to show you guys how well this is packaged. Don't be nervous about your stuff getting damaged, because I promise you it's not. This packaging is it probably took him a good few minutes to put this shit on there. Alrighty guys, we're almost done getting this out. There you go. And as you guys can see, this is the foam I was talking about. And then here she is. God damn, this thing looks good. Look at that. Oh my goodness. I know it's backwards probably on the camera because I'm showing the other camera, but I'll show you guys in a second what it's actually looking like. Alrighty y'all, so as you can see, here is the shine on this thing. This is insane. Oh my god, dude, I cannot wait to put these on there. I'm gonna keep these clean too. I might take these off every once in a while, wash them really well, maybe even take it apart and get in there. This just looks crazy, dude. Oh my god, look at that. So I got a black back plate, and then I did a silver powder coat on the front because I want to keep my truck black and chrome, something simple. So he'll do whatever you want. He was also nice enough to message me some different ideas, but I ended up going with the simple design. Also, if you guys have any questions on the website, if you add him on Snapchat and he adds you back, he's more than happy to answer them, even hop on a quick call or something. He's a great guy. I know the glaze is crazy and I probably need to get it out of my mouth, but I just can't get over this. It looks so good. I cannot wait to throw that on there. Jimmers, what you think? Oh, the strut plates. Psh.
Where you gonna put that?
Right here on the fender wheel. Does that look good? You like the powder coat?
Sure.
Should look crazy, don't it? Mm-hmm. I'm gonna try my best to record this with one hand, but pretty much as you can see, we're just ratcheting off that front nut. As you can see, we slid the strut plate over the stud, and then we have just a little nut, and we're gonna put the nut over that and torque that down to spec. Alrighty, y'all, I also gotta clean up those wires, but my phone kept dying on storage, so I'm using my dad's real quick. But as you guys can see, we got it mounted up. What I was trying to say while it kept cutting out because I kept running out of storage was basically, so you take your ratchet. Mine was a 15 millimeter, and I like to use this ratchet because it's easier to get up in there as it bends. But I went up there, 15 millimeter bolt right here, took it off, right? Then the hole that you guys saw on the strut plate slides over like the screw, like the stud. And then you tighten your bolt back down on top. That's literally as easy as this install gets. There's really not much else to say about it on how it works. In person, this is so sparkly. Camera won't focus on the sparkle, but it is so sparkly in person, just like with this camera on it. So super happy with how it's turned out. I'm planning on getting new fender wells as I cut, but as you guys can see right here, I went crazy with the grinder when I was back on my leveling kit. So I'm gonna need a new bumper, or try and figure out a way to make some brackets to bolt in a new fender well, because it'll go down to here and I have no place for the screws to go into. So yeah, but anyways, I'm gonna go knock on the other side and then show you guys what it's looking like, because obviously it's pretty easy, and if you can't do that, then you probably shouldn't be working on cars at all. Y'all, as you can see, I just threw that one on there, but these things look nasty. Just imagine how my wide's on here. Golly, these things look good. The reason I went with the PSHHH design is because it's supposed to stand for like psh, like for bags. Then you're going psh, going down. And the reason is because, yes, I'm going to be doing bags. First thing I'm doing, I'm buying a bigger 6-inch loaded strut. As you guys know, in this kit, I have the strut spacer kit. So there's a 4-inch block and then a 2-inch puck. Obviously it has a cross member and it's an actual lift kit, but that's where like the 6 inches is coming from. So I'm buying a 6-inch loaded strut. So just replacing that strut spacers in that factory strut with the 6-inch loaded strut, it should naturally sit hopefully 1.5 inches, maybe 2 inches lucky if I'm being lucky, bigger. But either way, I'm going to stack a 3-inch level on top of that 6-inch loaded strut, and I should be sitting at a true 9-inch lift. I'm really excited for that, because the truck's gonna be sitting way bigger, and that'll be more noticeable too. But once I get that done, it's gonna be squatted to piss, obviously. And I'm probably gonna leave it squatted just for fun, just for jokes, whatever, for meets. But I'm gonna end up doing bags in the rear. But before I do the bags, I'm gonna end up throwing the rear lift in. But I'm gonna keep these on there because it's kind of it's just fire, you know. It's a little flex having strut plates. So I'm gonna keep those in there. But as you guys can see from the video, great quality. Very clear lettering. I'm all the way back here. You can see it on 0.5 on so the camera can focus. You can see the letters from a distance. Like in person, I can see them from here. I'm gonna keep walking this way, but from right here I can literally read it. It says psh, on the camera. Obviously you can't, but you can see like this thing. These strut plates look absolutely amazing. I can't wait to get the wides on there and get some more videos, but I'm super happy with how these turned out. There you go. But I'm gonna go ahead and get some clips. But I appreciate you guys all for tuning in. I know this is, like I said, a very short video, probably about 5 or 6 minutes after I edit it. But I just want to show you guys the strut plates, give James some content on social media. I'm gonna post some reels and obviously and stuff. But super happy with how these turned out. Can't wait till the trucks get the actual bags. I may end up taking these off until I get the bags. But I honestly think I'm gonna keep them on. They look tough. And yeah. But I'll catch y'all